What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips, where you already know we tas. We're doing a lot of tasing around here. Ask that torta from last night. She got, let me see her tas it up. She got tassed up. Tas. Let's get to the new Super Norteno. Welcome back to the clips. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. Goal, I appreciate. And the goal here, right here, is to be humble, to be respectful, to clown a little bit, have a good time, Super Norteño style. Whooping! We're going to get straight to it, man. So, a lot of people have been asking me about the origins of Ricky, like he's Bigfoot or something. Like that vato. How did he get the way he is? A lot of heroin and, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Before he was even born. And just a lot of following people, I guess. I don't know, man. My cousin's not all there, unfortunately. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault, man. He was born the way he was born. He was born into what he was born into. And Sasuke, there's nothing that me nor you can do about it. Whooping! The vato straight stuck on his shit. But I'm going to tell you guys a story. I'm going to tell you a story about how he got kicked out for getting beat up. Now, he lives in a little town called Gustine. And I've told you guys, I've given you guys the ins and outs, the John Deere fucking tractors, the roaches, the one black family. There's not a lot of Mexicanos in that family. In that town, there's some good old boys in that city, brother, right? That's not a city. That's a town. It's damn near a village. It's very small, right? And my tia moved out there because I can't afford nothing else, son of a bitch. In fact, I can't even afford this place. If it wasn't for the roaches kicking into your cousin's social security check, we'd be asked out. They'd be asked out because I got my ass out. So I'd win, right? My tia's different. So with that being said, my primo got comfortable. He got comfortable and he created a barrio in his own mind. Where you from, Rick? Whooping, I'm from Gustine. I'm from Barrio Gustine, Norteños. VGN, right? Orale, VGV, Wapen, right? That vato created his own shit. Like, damn, you got a gang. How big's your barrio? It's one big barrio. Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's one of us. Who? Me. Right? And that's it. Hey, this vato has a hatred for Southerners. And his hatred leaked out into the streets. Now, I will say, just like Pixley, or the Tommy Gun Sewer Gang, right? Just like anywhere else, there's always Southsiders. You can't shake them. Don't matter where you go. You can go way out in the middle of the wilderness, some lake, jet skiing, and there's going to be a Southsider riding in a fucking boat. It's just, they're everywhere, right? And my primo understands that. But there was a family that moved into Gustine that were getting their Sureño gang on, right? Sur gang. They were really, really about it. I don't know if they moved from LA, but they moved from Southern California. I think it was Bakersfield, whatever. I didn't sit there and talk to them because at that point in time, after what they did to my cousin, there was no more talking involved, if you understand where I'm coming from, right? So anyways, my primo calls me one day, well, then I need you to come over here, cuz. I said, oh, shit, you're a Crip now? I don't mean it. I'll say primo, then fuck that, right? I said, why? Because there's Southsiders that moved over here. I think they're going to jump me. I said, well, they probably are. No, that doesn't mean shit. Let's go get off, right? I said, how about you go get off for your matter and then tell me all about it. Whoop, you're going to leave me hanging? I don't gangbang no more. So, yeah, I'm going to leave you hanging in this particular time. I pulled up, right? So, when I pull up, these dudes who he's talking about are not Southerners. They were like a few paisas, a few regular Mexicanos, normal dudes. I've seen them working on their cars and shit. I mean, they could, from the distance, you know what I'm saying? They look like Mr. Capone, but when you got up and close, they look like Mr. Cabroni. Like that, yeah, the cabron right there. That ain't about that life. But anyways, we come walking up, right? My cousin's like, hey, hit him up, right? I'm like, you're the gangbanger here. You hit him up. Whooping, because if I do it, I'm a disrespect. I said, all right, let me hit him up. They say, what's up? You bought this from, where you bought this from, right? They're from Southern California, eh? You know what I'm saying? What's up? Oh, yeah, what's up? You gangbanging shit? They're like, nah, we left that shit behind us, man. You know, my older brother does, but he's in prison. I was like, oh, that's what's up. All right, cool. Yeah, hey, my primo lives down the street and shit. By himself with his fat old lady and his mom and a gang of roaches and a couple pit bulls. So if you ever get that itchy trigger feeling, go that way. Me, I don't gangbang. I live in Merced. I'll be that way. Actually, I lived in Livas at the time, right? Really gangbanged out over there. So anyways, my primo's like, whooping, I think they're Southsiders, they're lying, right? And the dude's like, hey, what'd you say? And my primo said, whooping, I'm a Norteño. And he's like, all right, that's cool, eh? Cool. That was it, man. We walked to this little corner store. I love that little corner store they got right there. They sell Pepsis with it's almost like a slushie. It's got crushed ice. I don't give a fuck what you say. A Pepsi on crushed ice hits different, right? So we get our little crushed ice Pepsi. We're walking back. Ricky's like, what? But I think I should just bomb on the dude. I think he's lying. I said, he's not lying, Ricky. I know a Southsider when I see one. That dude, come on, man. Southsiders don't have parts in their hair with their hair flopped that way. That's not it. That dude, but he was cleaning his rims, and he was doing it in a Southern fashion because there's Southsiders and Northerners, they clean their rims differently. Yeah, a Northerner will clean his rim like that. A Southsider will clean his rim like that. You have to have a good eye for it. You have to really look, right? So anyways, as we're walking past, my tia's yelling down the street, hey, mijo, tell them if they got an uncle. If they have an uncle, I'm single. I said, tia, there's a paisa in the back. He can't understand English, mijo, so it's all good. Don't be hating on my Macking, son of a bitch. I'm going to Mac. I remember back in the days, man, your mom, we used to go to all the bars. I used to get my Mac on, and she just sit there all fucking pendeja. I'm like, oh, shit, why you got to do my mom's like that? Do I want me to do her like this, and like that, like this, and that? Orale, it's nothing but a G thing. Look, mijo, if they tell them they're invited to a barbecue, you guys clean up the dog shit because first impressions count. We can't do nothing about the roaches, but I'm sure they got them too. They're Mexican. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's not that serious. So we're kicking back, and I'm like, hey, Rick, I'm going to jam. You took me on a wild goose chase, bro. These dudes ain't Southside. Are you comfortable? Oh, but I know they are. I know they are. I said, no, they're not, bro. Go fucking fight then. I'm going home. So I jam. Shouldn't have left, right? So what happened was they had primos that were Southsiders that pulled up, right? So Ricky's calling me, well, but they're deep. They're going to come get me, right? I said, they're not going to come get you. Let me tell you how stupid Ricky is. I tell Ricky, if they're really going to get you, they got you already. They're already there, bro. There's no hiding. There's no fucking PCing up. You just got to do it. Get out of the fucking closet. I can hear the echo. I can hear Sheila in the back. She's huffing and puffing, trying to blow a cheeseburger down. Hey, just fucking kick it out there. Let them know, establish. Hey, punch your friend. You've been there longer. If they're going to get off, they're going to get off. Right? I'm doing it from a distance, though. I'm talking all this shit, but I'm comfortable. I'm laying on a waterbed like, fuck it. My friend was like, well, but I'm going to take my Mr. Capone poster down there and show him, right? Yeah, that was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? He walked right into the dungeon, to the high-powered dungeon. So this fool literally tears his fucking ripped-up ass Mr. Capone with the X with all the dart holes off his wall and takes it down there to show him that he's a real-life Norteno and he hates Mr. Capone, right? Well, the dude who he goes up to, so he walks down the street. The dude who he tells, like, hey, fucking, whoopin', look at, I'm a Northerner, I'm a real one. I hate Mr. Capone, right? The one he tells is like, oh, I hate Mr. Capone too. He ain't tripping, right? But his primos come out the house, bald, tatted back. So gang. It's all bad. They're like, hey, why you got the homie backed out, Esse? He's like, what do you mean, Esse? I'm a NA, right? They got to jumping on him, beating the dog shit out of Rick, right? Okay. So Rick gets jumped on. He called me, they fucked me up. I told you they were Southsiders, right? And then I was like, hey, stop crying, Sniveler. You're a Sniveler. I'll kick you out of my, you know what, mijo, come pick him up. Come pick him up right now. He snivels. Yeah, they jumped him, but it wasn't that bad. He could still walk. There was one, though. He kicked him hella hard in the back. He has a footprint on his back, mijo. Do I just put Neosporin or what do I do? Because his back is fucked up. I'm like, hey, I'm going to be over there. So I call a couple homeboys, like, hey, a couple homeboys that are still active, but they ain't tripping. I can't say their names for content purposes. But anyways, we pull up and they jump off the car like, what's up, Rick? Because everyone loves Rick. Everyone hates and loves him and loves to hate him. He's different. Like the homeboys are like, fuck that, bro. Wait, because you know it's like when the homeboys are tonto, you don't want no one to take advantage of them. Only we can. You know, like a homeboy stupid ass, we could joke about him, but that's our person to joke on. We don't want no one else fucking with it, right? And so the homies pull up like, what's up, Rick? Shit, we're going to handle business right now, right? Shit, them Southsiders were out there. I was like, look, the way my works is I don't have a so I'm going to up out of here. Ricky, jump in the car. I'm taking you with me. You know, I don't want to see you killed. He's like, well, can I take Sheila? No, she doesn't fit. But there's only 3 of us. Exactly. She doesn't fit. And there's actually 4 of us. The other homeboy that's scared to get off the car, we're going to leave him in there, right? So we book off, man. We leave Sheila. She's fine. She's hungry anyways, and I don't got money. You know, so I can't take her to Orange Julius so she can get fucking a super extra large Orange Julius and 3 chili dogs. You know, hey, who goes to Orange Julius and orders food? Who the fuck does that? We go to Orange Julius to get us an Orange Julius. I like the strawberry ones with the fresh banana sliced up. Make sure you slice it because I don't eat it the long way. That's what I do. That's what all my homies do. Can I get the Orange Julius with extra powder in it? No one goes there. Hey, can I eat a pretzel, a hot dog, a chili dog, and a small Orange Julius? Bitch, this is Orange Julius to get Julius, not to get hot doggish. Go to hot dog on a stick. Anyways, I digress. We jam, right? Bam, Ricky's all pumped. Whoopin', we got to get our run backs. I said, it's not like that, man. These people live down the street. You got to do something like real exclusive to get them the fuck out of there. I told you stop fucking with people. Whoopin', you're not down with the North End. No, I'm not. I don't gangbang anymore. So you're a fucking piece of shit, right? And he's telling me, my homeboy's like, hey, man, we can't let Ricky go out. So I'm like, all right, you guys are going to do your thing. Meanwhile, my dad's calling, Mijo, I forgot. Tell him he has to go to grandma's house and go pick up his social security check by Monday. It's going to be there. I forgot. I tell him I love him. Tell him I love him. On Tuesday, tell him I hate him. Right? My dad need her money. So I'm like, hey, your mom says you can go back. Fuck it. We'll take you back right now. I ain't tripping, man. I don't want none of your drama, bro. And hey, this fool came. He packed, look, like 4 pairs of fucking calzones, some high socks, a couple pairs of red Dickies. Vato only wears red Dickies, right? Some 501s and his Mr. Capone poster. This is so, they fucked me up. I want to rip it. This fool's back was all chuck. It was all bent out of shape, right? I'm over there with my knee in his back trying to break it, bring him back. It wasn't working. So at this time, me and my old lady were split up, so I had to pat all to myself. So I wasn't tripping, let Ricky chill, right? As long as I want to eat all the Fruit Loops, right? The like, hey, I'm trying to eat that. I'm trying. All you got is kicks and chicks. I said, all we got is wick and milk. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. She left me. She was mad because I was drinking all the fucking, eating all the peanut butter and drinking all the milk. Anyway, so he's kicking back with me. It's about a week. Goes and picks up social security check. We go drop it off. Them dudes are out there fucking, not the cousins. They left, just the regular dudes, right? And so I pull up and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? What happened? Dude was like, hey, your cousin came disrespecting, bro. He was ripping a poster in front of the home, in front of my primos, and they're from LA, you know, and they felt disrespected. They're sureños. And I was like, yeah, you know, I don't know how this is going to work out because my primo's a J-Cat. Like, he trips off that shit. And they were like, man, we're not even tripping like that. The primos that they were just sliding through, they're not going to even come back. Okay. So I tell Ricky, Wapin, they're not going to come back. Everything's good. These guys don't claim. No, they're lying. They gangbang because he threw a kick at me too. Yeah, because you were fighting his cousin. I would have threw a kick at him too if you were fighting. You know what I mean? It works that way. It's called blood is thicker than water. No, North is thicker than blood. I promise. Because the Bloods, they wear red, but they're not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. North the gang. I was like, whatever, right? So I drop him on my desk. I was like, oh, you brought that fuck face back? Okay, I'm not even going to tell you what me and Sheila did last night. And yes, there's 3 paisas here, but I'll claim them. Bitch, I'll claim them. She's winking. I'll claim them, right? I'm like, oh, shit. Sheila was getting her baby bash on. She was in there, motherfucker, like, for real, though, for real, though, for real, though. He's the paisa in the movie, and she's the hero, right? He was in that motherfucker, Dunkin' stick in that Cheerio. Anyways, right? I drop him off, whatever. Bam. A couple of my homeboys called me. They're like, hey, what happened with Rick? I was like, oh, he got jumped on by the Southerners. I said, that was stupid, bro. He went fuck with this new family that moved in. And he's trying to hold it down for Gustine, right? Now, there are Southerners in Gustine on the other side, which is not too far. But they don't really hang out around there. Like, they'll always be like, wherever the fuck they go. I don't know where they go, but they're out there, right? And Ricky's like the only Northerner. Like I said, the only one I've ever seen personally. That's really fun. I seen one dude, he was tweaked out with a Mongolian. I said, hey, bro, you a homie? And he was like, what's that? I was like, oh, it was scary, motherfucker. So anyways, this is what happens. Ricky's at home now. Everything's fine. I'm home. My boys get a hold of me. They're like, hey, we should go help him, bro. Like, clear that family out. I was like, nah, I don't want no problem with that, bro. Them people already said they don't gangbang. They don't want that smoke. He found himself in the middle of some bullshit. That's on him. Well, there's a knock at my tia's door. And the last thing you want to ever do if my tia don't know you is knock at her door. Boom, 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 boom. It's the mom. Because Ricky keeps riding by on his fucking little fucking beach cruiser with the Mr. Capone fucking poster waving it. Whoopin'! He's trying to excite them, right? Going to the store back and forth over and over and over again. So the lady comes. She's a little paisita. She comes and she tells my tia. And my tia's, who the fuck is it? Don't bang on my door like you're the task force. It's not even fucking Tuesday. Oh, if it's the mailman, I'm going to kick your ass again and put the pit bulls on you. I don't care if my pit bulls are malnourished. If you're animal control, I didn't do it. They're not mine. They're not mine, right? So my tia comes, opens the door. Who the fuck are you, right? And the ladies, no, con permiso, mi hijo no está gang banging, right? She's trying to cop a plea for her son, right? And your son is riding up and down in the Mr. Capone poster, Norte, Norteno, rifamos, controlamos, con zafos, todo. And my tia's like, so what? This is our fucking street, son of a bitch. I don't care. And I don't even know if your mom's a bitch, but I'm going to call you a mom of a bitch. Look, I don't care. Read my lips. You want me to say it in Spanish? Verga. That's what I think about you. That's what I think about your family. And in fact, tell your old man, I seen him looking. I was watering the grass. I was faking it because I don't even like to do that shit. My old man, he's deported. He does it. I was watering the grass. He was looking. Yeah, I'm going to fuck your old man, she used to say. And my tia's crazy, right? And the ladies know, right? And my tia said, you know what? I'm gonna go over there and I'm with my son and I'm gonna ride bike on the bike and I'm gonna wave a poster of Vicente Fernandez. And if you don't like it, fuck you, right? So my tia's getting into it. They get into it. Her son comes. Mistake. Ricky comes out. Whoop it, I've been waiting. I got you now. Boom, 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 boom. Asleep, right? Swings all at the mom and shit. The mom's like, no, she has a broomstick. They get into it with the paisas from down the street. My tia's coming. Mijo, you gotta come. The paisas are deep. The paisas are coming. The paisas are coming. I said, what do you mean? That's all you like. I know the paisas are coming. You tell me that. You call me the next morning every night talking about the paisas came. They came. I know, right? She goes, no, because the family from down the street, they want to start shit. I don't start no stuff, but won't be no stuff. I said, oh, man. I get over there with the two homeboys that want to go over there. And let me tell you right there. Have you ever had the Hatfields and McCoys in real life? It was like a year straight. Every time they'd come out, my primo would rush over there. Look at Ricky would be so. Look at they lived like at the end of the block. It's far. It's not like real close. Not like right across the street where you're fucking beefing. It's at the end of the street. Like you would never see them unless you drive by them. Then we live at a dead. Well, my tia, she lives at a dead end. You would never see her, right? They had to actually go the way that they didn't want to go, so you would never see them on their own. We had to drive by them, so you'll see them out there fucking watering grass and cutting nopales and doing their thing. My tia and them made it a fact to walk. My tia never walked to the store. Because I'm going to go get me a Slurpee. Tia, it's not 7-Eleven. They don't have Slurpees. That's all right. I'm going to see that bitch's old man and he's going to give me a Slurpee. I'm going, right? For a year straight, it was on and cracking. Anyways, that particular day, we pulled up just in time. The homeboys went over there and got with the business. After that, that family would always had a primo, always had motherfuckers on post. There was some crazy shit that went down, man. There's a lot more stories I could tell you, but for content purposes and statute of limitations, I can't. But I'll just say this. It was on and cracking. Ricky would drive his fucked up ass bike. You think I can't ride a bike? You should have seen him. But I don't fuck Mr. Capone, right? He's not even Mexican. He's not even Mexican. Hey, one time, I ain't even gonna lie, right? Ricky ran over there and was so tired. By the time he got there, he got jumped on by the dad and the kid. They fucked him up, right? Well, you fuck my back up again. Hey, it was Hatfields and McCoys all over again. It's just what it was. But Ricky, eventually that family moved away. And they didn't do it because Ricky and them punked them. They did it just because they did it. You know, hey, I was always trying to be the peacemaker. I'd cruise by, I'd see the youngster. He was cool, man. He had a sick ass like Honda Accord. I'd cruise by like, hey, what's up, bro? And he was cool with me. He was like, hey, what's up? He's like, man, why's your cousin trip, bro? What's wrong with them? I said, drugs, bro. Drug. He was like, yeah, I could tell, man. He was like, look, man, everything's cool, but your tia, she's like mean, bro. I said, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have to go there and one day late night when my primo's not there, knock on the door and that's because she'll invite you in and she'll love you long time. I'm telling you, my tia's different. She'll either fucking beat you or fuck you. It's one or the other. More than likely she'll beat you. And so he's like, nah, I'm cool, right? Eventually they end up moving. One night we woke up and they were already fucking gone in the U-Haul. And Ricky's like, whoop, we punked them. We won. I said, motherfucker, you didn't win. Look, that's the only family that I've seen probably beat the shit out of our family the whole time. Tia won a couple times against her mom, and one time they had an uncle that went over there and I socked them up. But Ricky, let's keep it real, bro. Every time you went over there, they jumped on you. Whoop, they can't fight one-on-one. That's how Southsiders get down. I said, stop it. Anyways, man, it's shenanigans in Gustine. I'm going to tell you guys a story tomorrow about Ricky and Champion taking someone for a joyride. It's going to be a good one. Make sure you tap in if you want to hear it. Hit it number 1. Oh, I forgot. Theo Big Homie was involved when these people were there too. You guys want to hear that one? Let me know if you want the Theo Big Homie, man, and what happened with the dad of the kid. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not what you think. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. What about my cousin? What does he have? Why does he have a problem with Mr. Capone? I don't know why anyone does. I understand he wears gloves and sunglasses fucking on a dark day and on a hot day too, right? But leave Mr. Capone alone. Well, I fucking can't stand Mr. Capone. I've high power. I'm fucking high power. Yeah, is that right? Well, you go to LA and say, I don't want to go to LA. Too many Southsiders. They stay over there. I stay over here. My cousin is dumb. Anyways, man, I appreciate you guys. Hit that one. Thank you for all the support. Couldn't do it without you, man. Ricky said, what's up? That fool said, "Whoop it! Tell everybody I said whoop it." I said, "Why don't you get on the phone or something, bro, and tell them I'm active."